Hello, my lovely kinders, and welcome to today's lesson. Today is Friday, which means that it is the last day of the school week. Today is Friday, March 27th. Now, if today is Friday, then that means yesterday was, what day comes before Friday? Thursday. Yesterday was Thursday, so today is Friday, and tomorrow will be Saturday. All right. So now that we know what day it is, Friday, March 27th, let's look at our daily write it for today. And today, your word is cat. So remember everything that good writers do. And on your special lined paper, I would like for you to write the word cat. Remember to tap it out. Write all the sounds you hear. At, cat, or you can use your arm. At, cat. Go ahead and write that word now. And when you're done, we will turn it into a sentence. Okay, so here's our picture. Let me do a quick look at our sentence. Okay, here it is. Is my cat nice to you? Is my cat nice to you? Let's count the words. Is my cat nice to you? So on your special lined paper, you're writing down 6 words for our sentence today. Remember everything that good writers do, capitals where we need them, spaces in between our words. All of our letters are being formed correctly. We're adding punctuation. And most importantly, we're taking our time because it's not a race. Go ahead and write down the sentence, is my cat nice to you? Go ahead and pause it now. Okay, and now that you're done, I have my sentence here ready to show you. And we are going to learn a new trick word that we just put into our sentence. Let's see if we can see where it is. Okay, so here's our sentence. Is my cat nice to you? I have all 6 words here, and all of my words are separated by spaces. Remember, meatball spaces, they're bigger spaces. I should be able to at least fit a finger in there to separate my words. And then I have smaller spaghetti spaces in between my letters that are in my word. And we have some trick words that are already in the sentence, so let's look at them. We know is a trick word. When you see is, you don't say is, you say is. This is our new word we're going to learn today, my. So we'll learn our song for that after we check all of our sentence. Is my cat, we could have sounded that word out, nice. Now, nice is kind of a tricky word because when you sound it out, ice, it sounds like there would be a s in there, but it's actually a C. It's a word that doesn't really follow the rules. So nice has a C in it, but remember your super silent E, it has to come over to poke that vowel to make it say its name. So it'll make that I say I. Nice. Is my cat nice to? To is written with the T and then an O. To. And then you. Y-O-U spells you. Y-O-U spells you. Now our sentence. Is my cat nice to you? I'm asking you a question. I'm asking if my cat is nice, which means I need a question mark at the end of my sentence to show that it is an asking sentence and it needs punctuation to end it. So double check your sentence and make sure it looks like my sentence. And if it's not, that's okay. Remember that you did your best and that's all that matters. But if you made an error, that's okay. Go ahead and fix it now. Okay, before I set my sentence down, let's look at our new trick word that we talked about, my. Now, all of my trick word songs are at school, so I actually forgot. So I did a little bit of research and I found a new one. So I'm going to do it for you now, and let's hope that I remember it. Ready? Here we go. My feet are low, my hands are high, and this is how I spell my. M-Y, M-Y, M-Y. Okay, let's do it one more time, and I want you guys to sing it with me. This is our new trick word song for my. Ready? My feet are low, my hands are high, and this is how I spell my. M-Y, M-Y, M-Y. Nice job. Families, before we move on and we do number 3, our letter review in numbers 2, I wanted to let you know that yesterday I had a question about trick words and which trick words we've learned so far this year and which trick words we haven't. So on our last day of school before this break, there was a green packet of trick word flashcards that were sent home. And there's different weeks that are on the flashcards. And for the most part, we're following those weeks, but there's also some trick words that we've learned organically just as they've come up in our daily writing and literacy instruction. So when I post this video on Class Tag, I'm going to also have a document where you can look and see all of the trick words that we've learned. And so you can see the schedule for kind of when we're going to learn them. So I will add that to this post, so make sure to look for that trick word document, and then you can add the trick word flashcards to your child's flashcard folder. And if you want to add all the words because they're doing really well with them, or if you want to introduce more than we've already learned so far, by all means feel free to do that. Whatever challenges your child without frustrating them is definitely what's best. So if you want to add more, feel free to do so. But let's go ahead and let's start our letter review. So today we're going to work on the letter J. Uppercase J is first. I'm going to pinch my marker and lay it back to sleep. I can use my 2 fingers or my 3. Now uppercase J is a skyline letter. So I'll start at the skyline, go down to the grass line, and I'm going to hook back, frog jump up to the skyline, and fly across. J, jug, J. Nice job. Now, lowercase j is a plain line letter, but it hangs down to the worm line. So, I start at the plain line, go down to the worm line, hook back, frog jump up, add a dot. J, jug, J. Nice job. Go ahead and pause the video, and on your lined paper, write your uppercase J and your lowercase j. And then when you're done, we'll move on and we'll do our numbers. Now today, we're going to practice a number that is 3 more than 4. 3 greater than 4. Now 4 is a number, but we want a number that is bigger or greater than 4. 3 greater. So let's start with 4, and we're going to make it 3 greater. 1, 2, 3. So today we're working with what number? 7. 7 is 3 greater than 4. To make a 7, I start at the skyline. I'm going to fly forward, and then I'm going to slide down and back. A little line across, then slant down. That's the way a 7 is found. Now, if I wanted to add a 1 in front of it, what number did I make now? A 17. So, on your paper, go ahead and pause it. Make sure you have uppercase J, lowercase j, a 7, and then turn it into a 17. Go ahead and do a couple of those for me. Alrighty, now that you've written down your letters and your numbers, let's continue on to our lesson plan packet. So, we are still in week 2. So find your packet And then for your lesson today, the first thing we are doing, it says reading, the United States of America. Follow the directions on the reading sheet. So we're going to find the reading sheet. And on the reading sheet, it says, repeat the steps from Monday. So parents, you're going to read the article, the United States of America, to your child. And then when you're done with that, you're going to roll the question cube. So you'll roll the question, well, they will roll the question cube, whichever word they get. They will think of a question using that word that's about the article. Then they're going to draw a picture in the Friday box on their book of knowledge. So something that they've learned from the article, they'll draw in the Friday box and then write some words describing what it is that they've learned. After that, it's time for the reading log. Remember, you can fit the reading log whenever works best for you into your day, but on your reading log, we should have, this is our 10th day completing a reading assignment on the reading log. So remember, kiddos, you're reading to your parents for about 10 minutes, or parents, you're reading to the child. Now, you can use books on Epic for this, books on reading A to Z, books that you have in your home. You can use any of the reading materials that were sent home in this packet or the packet from week 1, whatever works best for you. So, moving on from reading, we're going to math. And I noticed there's an error on our lesson plan. We're not doing our shape search today. Instead, you're working on this. So it's a counting paper. Your child is going to count all of the ornaments. So they'll count how many's in this circle, and then they're going to cut out the number that matches and glue it in the box. That is our activity for math today. Now, I'll bet that you guys are all going to rock this. This will be pretty simple. So I'm going to challenge you guys, when you're finished, I want you to count to 100 for your family, because it's been a while since we have counted to 100 together. So complete this paper, and when you're done, count to 100 for your family. All right, moving on, we have our reading log, which we've already talked about. So we'll skip that and let's move on to phonics. So we have 2 activities for phonics today, the letter practice sheet and the phonics week 2 day 5 paper. Now, families, I'm actually going to change the phonics activity. So keep this paper handy. I'm going to have you write some words in this box, and then I'm going to have you read those words off to your child and have them write the word out on their lined paper. But first, let's talk about our daily writing practice. So using the papers we've already talked about this week, you're going to have your child choose a new color crayon. They're going to trace and write, trace, write, trace, write. Remember, 1 color per day. So they choose 1 color, and kiddos, you're going to trace and write 2 more. Trace and write 2 more. You'll do this for I, J, K, and the back as well, G, H. You'll also do that for the next page, L, M, N, O, and P. Okay, now today we have another beginning sounds paper, and you guys have all been awesome with beginning sounds for a long time now. So this is really too simple for us. We can do more challenging work to grow our brain. So let's get rid of this one. And instead, I want you guys to get a lined paper out, and your family is going to read you these words. Or if it's easier just to keep pausing the video as I go through the words, that's fine too. So you're going to tap out and write the sounds that you hear in these words. Now, these are all words that are CVC words or CVCE words, which means there's a silent E at the end. So if you get one wrong, that's okay. Your family's there to help you. But these are all words that eventually we need to get correct, even if it's with the help from a parent. Your first word is kite. Your second word is dot. Your third word is vase. Your fourth word is van. Your fifth word is hid. Your sixth word is hum. And your seventh word is beg. So I want you guys to sound all of those out and write all of the words I just said correctly on your lined paper. Remember to sound them out and form all of your letters correctly. Go ahead and you can complete this activity and the rest of your learning packet now. Have fun! Okay, now that you are finished with your lesson plan packet, let's continue on. And we are on number 5, our read aloud. So, we've read a story like this before. This one is called Aliens Love Underpants. Thought it would be kind of a fun Friday book for us to read. So, Aliens Love Underpants is by Claire Friedman and Ben Court. This book is so silly. All right, here we go. Aliens Love Underpants by Claire Friedman and Ben Court. Aliens love underpants of every shape and size, but there are no underpants in space, so here's a big surprise. When aliens fly down to Earth, they don't come to meet you. They simply want your underpants. I'll bet you never knew. What's this down here in the corner? Can you guys remember from when we did our learning about the solar system? This is our planet, Earth. Their spaceship's radar bleeps and blinks the moment that it sees a fresh clothesline of underpants all flapping in the breeze. They land in your backyard, though they haven't been invited. Oh, underpants! They chant and dance around, delighted. They like them red, they like them green, or orange like wild pumas. But best of all, they love the sight of Granny's spotted bloomers. Bloomers is just another word for underwear. People used to wear things they would call bloomers in the past. Mom's pink frilly panties are a perfect place to hide, and Grandpa's woolly long johns make a super whizzy slide. In daring competitions, held up by just one pin, they dive into the long johns to see how many can squeeze in. They wear undies on their feet and heads, and other silly places. They fly undies from their spaceships and hold funny undie races. As they go zinging through the air, it really is pants-tastic. What fun the aliens can have with underpants elastic. The elastic is the stretchy part of your underwear at the top where you put it on. It's called elastic. It's not your neighbor's naughty dog or his owner's funny game. When underpants go missing, the aliens are to blame. coming out to fetch the laundry in at last. Whee! Off the aliens all zoom. They're used to leaving fast. So when you put your underpants on, freshly washed and nice and clean, just check in case an alien still lurks inside unseen. So look, he's checking to see if there's an alien hiding in his underpants. Have you guys ever put on underpants that had an alien inside? Oh, goodness, I hope not. The end. I love all of our underpants stories that we have at school. Okay, let's move on. And now, let's talk about our thematic video for today. So, for our thematic video, we've been talking about spring because the weather is getting warmer. The calendar tells us it's spring. I've noticed a lot of people in my neighborhood have been out walking their dogs or taking their kids out on their skateboards. So a lot of people have been enjoying the weather. I hope that you guys have had a chance to go outside and get out of the house too. But just remember to practice social distancing, so staying away from people that you don't live with for at least 6 feet. It's a little over 1 Mrs. Jones. All right, so our thematic video, since we're talking about seasons of the year, I found this book on YouTube, and it's really special for us because do you remember when we were learning about farms and farm animals, and we read Year at Maple Hill Farm by Alice and Martin Provenson? Well, there's another book that they wrote, and it's about seasons, and it's called A Book of Seasons. It's by Alice and Martin Provenson, so it's the same author and illustrator team that wrote Year at Maple Hill Farm. And we're going to watch that video today, and we're going to grow our brain knowledge about seasons in spring and see if we can learn any new information about the seasons. So if you would like to, you can go ahead and pause the video now and watch the link that I will be putting in class tag with this video called A Book of Seasons. Have fun! Let's move on. If you watched our thematic video just now, I hope that you enjoyed it and learned some important information. And if you haven't watched it yet, then I'm sure you will later. Okay, let's go ahead and move on to number 7, flashcard practice. And today we're going to practice our sight words, and we're also going to practice our shapes for our flashcard practice. So let's go ahead. I'm going to mix up all of our trick words, and let's do those first. I, and let's do our songs next. Let's just do the words now. So here's I, the, you, my, a, our, and, to, is. Okay, now let's go back through and let's sing our songs with them. So here's our newest word. This is what we learned today, my. So remember, here is our song for my. My feet are low, my hands up high, and this is how I spell my. M-Y, M-Y, M-Y. Nice job. A says a do 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 do. A says a do 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 do. R, like a pirate. A-R-E spells R. And A-N-D, 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 and is the word that I write with my hand. Two is written with a T and then an O. Two. Is, when you see I-S, you don't say is, you say is. I, we don't have a song for I. I will look for one though. T-H-E spells the. U, Y-O-U spells you. Nice job. Now let's do our shapes. These are our 3D shapes, so our fat shapes. What's this one? Cone, cube, sphere, that's a hard word to say, sphere, and cylinder. Nice job, guys. Okay, we're down to our very last thing on our schedule today, number 8. So additional activities and ideas. Now, parents, my goal is definitely to not overwhelm you. So when I throw something out there, it's only in case you're looking for something like this. So today I have 2 things I want to talk to you about, and the first thing is EPIC. I know I mentioned it earlier when we were talking about our reading log. I've had multiple parents tell me that they definitely want to read with their child because they know how impactful it is, but there's just a shortage of books in the home. So one thing I would definitely recommend is EPIC. Now, EPIC is a program that typically you pay for, but because there's so many schools out because of COVID-19 or coronavirus, they're offering it for free. But in order for it to be free, I have to input you into my login name. So I already have all the kids in my system. We use it throughout the school year. They really love it. But for parents to be able to access it at home, I have to put your email address in. So I will do my best to go through and add all of the email addresses that I already have, but I nowhere near have everybody's email address. I don't have all of them provided on the informational papers that were sent home in the beginning of the year. So if I don't have your email address, I won't be able to put it in. So if you don't receive an email from me by tonight, then definitely send me a class tag message. Let me know what your email address is and I'll get you put in there. But that's called EPIC. And it's an app that you can use, or it's also a website as well. So that's the first thing. The second thing I wanted to talk to you about is cosmic yoga. So I know we talked about yesterday, we posted our calm down yoga that we do throughout the day at school. So this is a resource that I just found out about through another teacher, and then I also had Arabella's family message me, and they say that they love using cosmic yoga and said it's definitely worth a share, so thanks for that. But it is a YouTube channel where there's different videos and they go through yoga poses, and it's a great bonding experience for kids and their families, and it's a great wiggle releaser for our kiddos as well. So I would definitely recommend Cosmic Yoga, and I will add that link to class tag as well. So as always, if there's anything else that you would like information on, clarification on, anything of that nature, just let me know and I will get back with you as soon as I can. And kiddos, this is actually Friday, and it is the Friday before spring break. So next week, we were actually scheduled to have no school. It was going to be a break from school, which means that we won't have any instructional packet pages that we're doing. And so Mrs. Jones won't be doing any videos. So you guys get a break for a week with no school activities. So I will see you guys in about 2 weeks, I suppose, for our next video. But I hope you guys have a great break. You get to get out of your house, move around. Maybe you could do some art projects, do some fun things as a family. And I will see you guys later. Bye.